Remember this? Yeah, it was pretty awesome, wasn't it? Well, I've improved upon the idea. Check out that. Yes, stacking breeding farm is back in action, boys. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to do that. Before we get started, smash that subscribe button and come join the Numbat community over on my Discord for regular updates and to get access to my encyclopedia for written guides like these, which get uploaded before they get released over on YouTube. So like our previous guides, start by putting down foundations and ceilings across your entire base. This is extremely important for this build. Go over to your foundations, get your stone wall, snap it nice and high. The higher you stack it, the more breeding farms you can put down. Go back to your storage, your large container, hold control on PC, and should snap to the side of the wall. Throw down our Anubis, and prepare our next containers. I am going to speed this up since this whole process does take a very long time. So as you can see, we've built 7 across and 3 down with 1 container to stand on. Just like our previous guide, you could potentially stand in the center and jump off using the glider. However, I like to build the container to stand on so you can measure up how big you want your breeding farm to be. So go to our breeding farm and then you just line it up with the center of the wall, and then you can place it. Now, this is only 1 container high. I'm gonna build 3. So I'll be back, and with the power of editing, you're gonna see 3 building farms high. And just like that, we've stacked all our containers. You do need to stack them fairly perfectly, and you need to stack every single one of them, even the ones inside. So it takes a long time to set up, and you'll generally find that Anubis does not path on these containers, or your pals will never path on them. So it's not like you can make a floating base out of this or anything like that. It's purely a mechanic to be able to build on. Cool, so we'll go over to your pals, get your ranch up. No, we're doing a breeding farm. That's it. The ranch was earlier, wasn't it? Okay, so move back and forward until you find the right spot, aim for the center, get nice and close to that wall, place down your first breeding farm, demo all your containers. Once again. Now, this one's pretty important. You definitely want to build one at a time. If you jump down too far, you might find that you can't build the others. So you can see the center pylon or pillar. I generally aim that as a center so we can get it like pretty flush. There we go. You can demo all these containers. Every single one of them, because they will get in the way if you don't. Excellent. Craft that with Anubis. Get our next one ready to go. Breeding farm. And yeah, obviously the roof doesn't actually act as a hitbox, so you can just keep meshing them together, but you don't generally have to make a nice smooth surface to build on. You could technically use benches or tables for this. You could probably get the distance closer together, but the amount of time it'll take for you to build all that would just be insane. I haven't tried it myself. I wouldn't recommend it just because of the amount of time it would take. I would much rather just use these large containers. At the end of the day, you're still saving a huge amount of space in your base. All right, and there we go. We have now got 4 nicely packed and stacked breeding farms. It looks a bit goofy. It is definitely a bug or exploit, if you'd say. Now, if you actually wanted to access all the storage here, you will have to access one at a time and see if you can jump up to access each one. You might want to put down, say, a ladder. So go over to our furniture. No, it's not furniture, it's foundations, isn't it? Put down a ladder maybe. If you can line it up like I have, I mean, that was a bit of a fluke. Climb the ladder. You may be able to access this. Yep, there you go. Just to put all your cakes into. You could use a hanger to get up here. And you could obviously stand on them as well. Now, your eggs, on the other hand, will spawn right in the center on each floor. So you might find that you'll need a flyer to get up there, unless you, again, to build a ladder to get yourself up. But yeah, you'll have floating eggs, essentially. I'll show you that in a bit. So, as you can see, we've got the lamb balls all breeding together. We've got an egg on the floor, and then another 3 eggs going high. So they all work 100%. As I said earlier, you've got to put your cakes in the boxes. You can either do that with the ladder, unless you want to make your own fancy little structure. You can build as high as you want. I've done 4. I can't guarantee more than 4 is going to work. You never know, it might max out at a certain point. But there you go, guys. Give it a crack, see what it's like. Let me know in the comments if it works for you. Otherwise, come join my Discord. Feel free to post any screenshots you have of your builds. And come check out my encyclopedia. I've actually had this guide on there for maybe a good couple of weeks. So those who are already on my Discord have had the leg up. They've been using this build for a while now. So those of you on it, come join it. Otherwise, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.